26 March 1973, at the age 12, he already had an idea of whom he wanted to become. He wanted to become an inventor, and he started studying how to become what he wanted to be. What is the best way to prepare for life? Study the lives of the people who have become who you want to become. This little boy did just that. He read biographies and learned about other people who were great inventors in the past. And one day, he read a biography of one of the greatest but less appreciated inventors in the world, Nikola Tesla. The biography of Tesla was to be the major turning point in his life, as he learned a major thing that will end up being the reason for his success. The man in this story is the co-founder of Google, Larry Page. In 1998, Larry Page founded Google with Sergey Brain, and that was to fulfill his childhood dream of inventing something that can change the world. In today's video, I'm going to be using this story and probably a few others to share with you the 3 things top 3% of the rich do differently. If you're new here, consider subscribing so that you won't miss other interesting videos like this. Knowing where you're going. When I was 13, I started my first business. At age 19, I was already obsessed with everything about entrepreneurship. I would read as much as 30 books every year, even though I was still in school. I would hang around friends who were business-minded. I would wake up every day to think and talk business. I would sleep at night to dream business. At age 21, when my elder brother asked what I wanted to do with my life, I did not think twice because I already knew what it is. I wanted to build companies and teach other people how to do the same. Because of this definiteness of purpose, it was super easy for me to make the right decisions in my life. At age 12, Larry Page already knew what he wanted to achieve with his life. He wanted to be an inventor. Because he already had a definite goal, it is easier to know the kind of books to read, the kind of friends to hang around, and even the kind of school to attend. Earl Nightingale said, "People with goals succeed because they know where they're going." The very first thing the top most successful people do differently is that they know where they are going. They have a definiteness of purpose. Above everything, this is the single most important thing that can make you successful in life. Very often when you ask people what they want out of life, the answer is usually something like, "I want to be successful," or "I want to be rich." Well, everyone wants to be successful and be rich, but that's not enough. To be successful in life, you must be specific about what you wish to achieve with your life. Don't tell me that you want to be successful. That's crap. Don't tell me that you want to be rich. That's nothing. Tell me the specific things you will do to be rich. Tell me a specific problem you will solve to make the money. Tell me the specific amount you want to make at a specific date in the future. Tell me specifics. Don't tell me wishes. The number one thing most successful people in the world do is to sit down and identify a single purpose for their life. Get to know those who have achieved similar things in the past and then invest all their time and energy on that single thing. Napoleon Hill called this definiteness of purpose. Knowing your single purpose. Please pardon me as I may spend more time on this point than 2 others in this video. You see, the best way to know the single thing you'd like to do with your life is to know who you are. Socrates said, "Know thyself." This advice is very important because if you don't know who you are, there's no way you'll know what you can achieve with your life. You can start the journey of self-discovery by reading 1 or 2 good books about temperament. I read Tim LaHaye's Why You Act the Way You Do, and I recommend it. After reading a good book about temperament and you know what your temperament is, then try and ask yourself a few questions. If there's no money in the world, what would I love to do with my life? If I have $1 billion in my bank account tomorrow morning, what will I do for the next 5 years? Ask these questions again and again because your true passion doesn't have anything to do with money. Yes, your passion can make you a billionaire, but you won't do it because of money. If it is your true passion, be specific about what you want out of life and you'll succeed 10 times faster than everyone. Focusing on a single thing. The second thing top most successful people do differently is that they are not generalists. They spend all their life focusing on a single thing. Bill Gates has been obsessed about computer software all his life. Warren Buffett has done nothing else with his life other than building businesses and investing. Guys like Elon Musk could do more things, but they don't do much until they are successful in one thing and have the resources to employ highly competent people to handle other things for them. What most people do is to jump from pillar to pole, running after anything that seems like an opportunity. That's not the best way to live life. After you've discovered what you're passionate about, though you can change strategies and tactics, you shouldn't go after other shiny objects simply because everyone is going after them. To be successful at anything, you must be willing to focus on such things at least for 5 to 10 years. Remain stubborn in the face of failures. Yesterday night, I had a conversation with a female friend and I was telling her about my personal story. I'm not a very smart individual, at least not in everything. I was born as a sickler, so I don't have the physical strength to work long hours like many people. However, I have one thing, and that is, I could spend the entire decade on a single thing. Even though my speed may not be fast, I can stay persistent on a dream and endure hundreds of mistakes and tens of failures. This attribute is very important because you are not going to be successful very easily. No matter what your dream is, it's going to be difficult to achieve. You'll make mistakes and fail. You'll face rejections and sometimes ridicules. Your ability to remain faithful to your calling is as important as knowing your calling in the first place. Calvin Coolidge said, and I quote, "Nothing in this world can take the place of persistence. Talent will not. Nothing is more common than unsuccessful men with talent. Genius will not. Unrewarded genius is almost a proverb. Education will not. The world is full of educated derelicts." In conclusion, here are the 3 things topmost successful people do differently. 1. They are specific about what they want out of life. 2. They are focused on that thing or a few things. And 3. They never give up when they encounter failures and oppositions.